What's up, guys? Coop here, and today I wanted to talk to you about a very important thing that just happened. Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard. Pretty crazy news altogether. They actually bought it for $70 billion. Yeah, which is insane. I wasn't really expecting this news to pop up. I don't think anybody, frankly, did, because spending $70 billion is a huge investment. I'm talking literally insane because Activision Blizzard is kind of like one of the titans of the gaming industry. I know that in the past Microsoft has bought Bethesda just recently, and like not that long ago, and they bought them for about like 10 or 11 billion if I remember correctly. But 70 billion is nothing to scoff at. So I was curious to dive in and talk about the details here. But the main reason that it seems that Microsoft and Activision Blizzard were bought out was due to the metaverse and sort of the projects that they want to do involving that. So, just in kind of in short, because metaverse is kind of a weird topic to talk about, but basically, virtual reality is going to be a big thing in the coming future. And with that is going to come a lot of marketplaces, a lot of different cryptocurrencies will be used in these marketplaces, and it's basically a new age version of Web 3.0. They're basically trying to make it to where, it's a little bit more diverse and that there's going to be a lot of features that'll be implemented during that. So that's why everybody is trying to get into this metaverse thing, so to speak. Now, when will this actually be taken into effect? From what I was reading, it seems like this is going to be taking effect in the beginning part of 2023. It's not actually going to happen instantly. Everybody thinks that it's going to happen instantly, but no, these negotiations take time. Microsoft kind of has to get like a little training and tutorial period of seeing how things run and having it to where their administration offices slowly take over and come into the fold, and business policies and practices have to be changed, and but also like kind of meet halfway in the middle. It's a long process, in short, and this isn't going to take effect until probably next year. Now, when asked whether Activision games will be exclusive to Xbox, the Spencer, the guy in charge of Microsoft, said that our goal is to allow content to reach as many players as possible. Basically saying nothing's going to change. Like Bethesda and Activision are, flat out going to just keep their games out even on PlayStations. Now, a really interesting thing to know about Microsoft is Microsoft has approached Sony on multiple occasions saying, "Let's do cross-platform," and Sony rejected them. Sony very much likes it to have its own ecosystem. So what Microsoft has been doing is they've been kind of doing like an aggressive play of buying out a lot of the different video game companies out there, just piece by piece buying all the like biggest gaming companies. And I think they're kind of forcing PlayStation to eventually give it up. The reason that Microsoft is doing this is they're making their Game Pass really strong. Game Pass is a feature where you spend like $15 a month and you get access to almost all of their roster of video games. So by doing that, they're making it to where Microsoft is kind of like the go-to company to go for all of that. And Sony's kind of like used to be a juggernaut and is like slowly shrinking down and down and down, which is rather interesting. Now, the big thing is Microsoft is going to be paying $95 a share of Bobby Kotick's company stock price. It's about roughly 45% above what he has now, and that's going to basically keep it stable for everything going forward. The reason that companies do this is whenever a buyout happens, it usually tanks a stock because people are unsure, they don't know exactly what's going to happen, things get a little crazy, a little wild all over the dang place. So by doing this, it makes it to where Microsoft is overpaying to keep the stability nice and afloat while Bobby slowly gets bought out. Now, Bobby can still reign control over Activision Blizzard. They could negotiate in that contract, but however, I think that's unlikely. Now, a major thing that is happening is people are wondering, well, how does that affect the environment that is going on at Blizzard? Well, it doesn't actually change much because it's not going to change anything at all. Because with Jessica Gonzalez, she's kind of like the one that's like in charge of a lot of the sort of movement that's going on right now, where Activision they're trying to reform a lot of the things out there. A lot of them are former employees that have either quit or are currently working at Blizzard, and they're just trying their best to make like a sort of video game union and to go against a lot of the bad things that are happening at Blizzard. So that front isn't going to change because this Microsoft taking over isn't really them taking over yet. There's still issues at Blizzard that they have to solve and that need to be taken care of. So that's something that's really interesting to look at. Now, however, despite everything out there, one of the things I thought was really interesting was Activision remained incredibly profitable. Like it made over $639 million in net income. That is insane. That isn't income. That isn't just like how much they made. That's how much they made on top of everything. So like after all the costs were aside. So that is crazy. Like I thought with all the controversy that it would like not sell at all. Now, I do think that is interesting because they haven't even had their major release titles happen. And that just kind of shows you how powerful Activision Blizzard is. It's a very strong company. Now, what does this change? What does this change going forward? What actually is going to happen because of Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard? Well, the first thing is nothing. Nothing is going to happen in 2022. This is going to be a very slow change. It's going to take some time. Stocks are slowly going to get bought up, and eventually they'll take over. But it's not going to happen right off the get-go. There's kind of like a process, a tutorial, a lot of showings, and Microsoft gets access to their files and stuff and gets to look into it and try to fix up things out there. But we're not going to get into the business side because I think that's kind of boring. Let's talk about the actual meat and potatoes, the video games over here. You know what I mean? So World of Warcraft's expansion won't be really affected until the first patch of the new expansion. The new expansion release will be happening at probably around Q3 or Q4 of this year. And from there, that is when Microsoft will be officially taking over and kind of doing their first like flirt around steps of what they're trying to do on there. I think that World of Warcraft could possibly get a console-based release, kind of similar to how Final Fantasy XIV is on the PlayStation. But I doubt it. I think it's going to be more of just them trying to utilize and make certain things happen. Now, Blizzard is still experiencing some issues with their stuff going on, so it may have some delays in the mix, but I think by 2023 we're definitely going to see some major events happening there. Getting into Diablo 4, one of the things that I noticed is that the only thing they released was really the Rogue as their like announcement. It wasn't anything major, so I think that is going to be something that will get released a lot more once 2023 starts. I don't think it's going to actually release on 2022. I think it's a short time period, and I think they keep delaying it because of the events going on at Blizzard currently. But Diablo 4 will be huge. It's going to be on Game Pass, obviously, but it's going to have a higher budget, and I think Microsoft's just going to toss a bunch of money at it because they know it's a major release and that it will sell a crap ton of their Game Pass. Because the great part about Game Pass is that they'll throw a bunch of money and do a bunch of funding for a project, and then they can keep Game Pass going and get like majority of the money back, which is crazy. Now, Call of Duty also will have a huge surge of players on Game Pass as well. I think this is going to be more for Call of Duty multiplayer, not Call of Duty Battle Royale. And also, Call of Duty is just a very strong thing when it comes to gaming. It is like one of the pillars. Like when you think of a gun game, you think of Call of Duty. So I think that is something that they're going to be heavily working on. Now, the big thing that is also going to be happening is funding for more projects on Activision Blizzard will be higher. I know for a fact that Microsoft really likes to toss a lot of their money, so to speak, when it comes to their games. Like they're just like, make it good, make it sell copies. We don't care, just money. Here you go. Now, on top of that, they will have cheaper discounts for a lot of the technology due to this partnership. I work at a casino, Hollywood Casino, and it's partnered with Penn Gaming, or it works under Penn Gaming. Penn Gaming recently had a partnership with Barstool where they combined their forces together. And the amount of discounts and free stuff and all the stuff that we utilize because of that partnership is insane. On top of it, the casino was able to get sports betting because of Barstool's already done app that's hella popular. Like it's like the go-to app when it comes to sports betting. So because of that partnership and it being like completely free and them already working together, they were able to have this very nice kind of like relationship where it's like one is helping out the other. So having it to where Blizzard and Activision have this higher tech that Microsoft has, and making better games and pushing better content out is going to be very important. The big thing though is also with metaverse, cybersecurity is very important, and having it to where they have the backing of Microsoft is going to be insanely powerful going forward. Now, I don't think that Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision Blizzard, will actually step down until mid-year of 2023, if not early 2024. Most of the time, whenever CEOs stop, they either stop around either the second quarter or they stop in January, I've noticed. It's just ways that it works out better for taxing and whatnot going forward. It's just like I don't know all the fundamentals about it, but basically in January is like when a lot of companies don't make that much profit. So that's most of the time when you see a lot of the CEOs' announcements go away is around the second quarter, because it makes it to where like the stock is more stable. It's all about stock stability. That's like the major thing. And CEOs don't want to just jump ship because their shares will be shit if they jump ship. And that's kind of like the biggest thing that's important. So overall, what is my feelings on this? I think that this is a interesting thing. I wasn't expecting to roll up out of bed and read this, but I think that overall this will be better for the gaming industry as a whole. I think that, especially the game that I love the most, World of Warcraft, I think it's going to have a lot more money thrown at it to where they can kind of buy better talent at the moment. I think that a lot of the people working at Blizzard currently are interns or are kind of in a depressive mind state to where they don't want to work as hard. And I think that having kind of like a new boss makes it to where things are a lot easier and more fun for a work environment, and having it to where you don't have to stress about making money, and you can just, instead, you have the money, you can develop the good game, and then you can sell copies. That's the big thing. I think it's going to be a new approach for Blizzard, and I think it's going to be overall a pretty good buy. So that's my opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment below what you guys think, because I'm still wrapping my head around this. It's just weird. I didn't expect to wake up to seeing this news. So, alright, I'll see you guys later.